It was July 20th, 1969, a moment that would forever redefine what it meant to be human. The world watched in silence, hearts pounding, eyes fixed on flickering black and white screens. Three men were on their way to do what no one in all of history had ever done before, to walk on the moon. The mission was called Apollo 11, and it carried three astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins. They had launched 4 days earlier from Cape Kennedy, Florida, atop the massive Saturn V rocket, the most powerful machine ever built. A tower of fire and thunder that shook the Earth itself as it carried them into the heavens. For centuries, the moon had been a mystery, a glowing companion in the night sky, unreachable, untouchable. Poets wrote about it, scientists dreamed of it, children wished upon it, and now humanity was about to stand upon it. After traveling more than 380,000 kilometers through the emptiness of space, Apollo 11 entered lunar orbit. On July 20th, the lunar module, nicknamed Eagle, separated from the command module. Inside were Armstrong and Aldrin, focused, calm, and aware that a single mistake could end it all. As Eagle descended toward the lunar surface, alarms blared. The onboard computer was overloaded. The landing site was strewn with boulders. Armstrong took manual control. Fuel was running dangerously low. 60 seconds, then 30. Every heartbeat echoed around the world. And then his voice crackled through the radio. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." Cheers erupted across the planet. Engineers wept. Strangers hugged. The impossible had become real. Hours later, as millions watched, Neil Armstrong climbed down the ladder. His heartbeat, audible through the radio, was steady but strong. Then, his foot touched the grey, dusty surface of the moon. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. With those words, humanity crossed a threshold it could never return from. Buzz Aldrin joined him soon after, describing the view as magnificent desolation. Together, they planted the American flag, collected moon rocks, and left behind a plaque that read, "We came in peace for all mankind." Back on Earth, people stood in awe. In New York, church bells rang. In Paris, crowds cheered. In Tokyo, children pointed at the sky. For a brief, shining moment, the divisions of nations and politics faded. Humanity had done something together, something magnificent. While Armstrong and Aldrin explored the surface, Michael Collins orbited above them in the command module, completely alone. He later said he felt not isolation, but unity, that from space, the Earth looked small, fragile, and whole. "It was," he said, "the most beautiful thing I had ever seen." After 21 hours on the moon, Eagle lifted off, reuniting with Collins. Together they began the long journey home, carrying not just samples of rock and dust, but the dreams of every person who had ever looked up at the night sky. On July 24th, Apollo 11 splashed down safely in the Pacific Ocean. The world rejoiced. The astronauts were heroes. The age of exploration had entered a new chapter, not across oceans, but across the stars. The moon landing was not just a triumph of science and engineering. It was a triumph of courage, imagination, and unity. It proved that when humans dare to dream and work together, even the impossible can become possible. Since that day, others have followed. But nothing compares to the first time. The first footprint in the dust, the first reflection in the visor, the first moment humanity truly left its cradle. The moon still hangs above us, silent, glowing, eternal. A reminder of what we can achieve when we choose hope over fear, curiosity over doubt, and vision over division. Because the moon landing was never just about going to the moon. It was about showing what humanity could become when it looks up and believes.